face!
Listen, Mrs. White, I regret to have to say this, but
Hello, Doctor.
Hello,
Mrs. White.
doctor. How'd this cigarette get in my
May
hand?
17th, 1952, Mrs. White was admitted to the psychiatric section of the University Hospital for observation and treatment. During the first week, her behavior was excellent. There was nothing uneven about it. But Dr. Luther still could not decide when, or even if, to confront her with the knowledge of the personality that she had suppressed.
Love took up the glass of time and turned it in his glowing hands. Every moment, lightly shaken, ran itself in golden sands. Love took up the harp of life and smote on all the chords with might. Smote the chord of self, that trembling passed in music out of sight.
That's beautiful. I've never heard it before.
Well, I don't really understand what it means. I just like to read it anyway.
It doesn't have to mean anything in particular, just so you can be boring.
Would you like to read this verse?
Dear beauteous death. Good morning, Doctor. Morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
How's it going?
Oh, I feel much better, thank you.
She looks better.
Thank you.
I'll be in the office, Doctor. Thanks, Lily. Heard from Ralph?
Yes, sir. He came by for a few minutes yesterday.
What about Bob?
Do you ever have people read to you, or?
What happened?
I said, do you ever have patients read to you or recite poetry?
No, I haven't had any patients read to me. I had a patient today flirting with me.
Really?
Yeah, she was flirting with me, and she was really off the hook though. Like, I could tell she wasn't really there. She was saying, when are we gonna get married? Where would you like to get married? What kind of ring do you want me to get you? I honestly, I was just going along with it, and then she switched up the conversation to, what kind of car do you want? What kind of car do you want me to get you? Or what kind of car do you think you should get me? Just stuff like that.
She was trying to be your sugar mama.
Kinda, yeah, I guess you could say that. First, she addressed me as a female, and then later on, she addressed me as a male. So she was going back and forth. And since I had my hat, sometimes I have my hat on duty. Like when I took off my hat, my hair went down. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have beautiful hair." And she's like, "Tie your hair." And I tied my hair. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That is so nice." So, no, to answer your question, I haven't had any patient reading to me, but I have had a patient flirting with me. Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time.
Oh no, it doesn't happen all the time. No, it doesn't happen all the time. It's rare. There's a patients that just don't really talk to you at all. I just want to be kept alone.
Yeah. There's this thing on TikTok that says, I don't know if you heard of it, but there's this trend of what working in a mental hospital is like. Then the nurse says, "Have you heard of the Muffin Man?" And then
Yes, I saw it.
I was like, he really did sound like the little cookie thing.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, honestly.
But we'll see how it goes.
back with my mother and father now.
Tell me something, Mrs. White. Would you say that your marriage, speaking of it as a whole, has been a happy one?
No, sir. Well, some of it, but not as a whole.
Don't you love Ralph?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think it hasn't been a happy marriage?
I don't know. I guess I just haven't been able to make him happy. I don't know what it is I
That's the
do that
goddamn
irritates
truth.
him so much, but I do.
Well, tell me something else. Have you ever had the feeling that somewhere deep down inside you, there might be somebody you couldn't quite reach, but that you nevertheless knew was there?
No, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
Night, Doctor.
Hey. Come here a minute. Come on. I ain't gonna bite you. Got a cigarette?
Sure.
Thank you. Why don't you come in for a minute?
Well, no, you know, Spruce.
Oh, come on. I got a poem for you. Come on. Huh?
I can't stay long, no.
It's a limerick. Chicken!
Dr. Luther?
Yeah?
About Mrs. White.
Yeah?
That lady's a whole lot healthier than you think she is, Doctor.
There we go.
Can you control your emotions?
Says which?
I want you not to come out, even if you can.
I'm tired of this place. It's a nut house, ain't it?
No, it's a hospital. You don't see any bars or anything like that, do you?
Is she crazy?
No, but it's quite possible you can drive her crazy if you don't behave yourself.
What? Oh, what I have to do with it? I haven't got anything to do with her.
You're wasting your time with that. I'm a doctor.
You cute, you know that.
Listen, Eve,
Look, why don't you and I go out and have some fun? I can slip on something.
do you want to be shut up in one of these places for life? One with bars?
What do you mean?
I mean simply this. If you try anything like that, if you get into any trouble at all, it'll be Mrs. White that'll be a judge crazy. But it'll be both of you that'll be locked up.
Why? If I'm all right.
You're not going to be subdivided by any court or board I've heard of yet. Where Mrs. White goes, you go. And that means an old asylum. If you misbehave, Mrs. White has to be committed. An asylum with locked doors and bars and straitjackets. Now, is that clear?
I guess so.
Well, it had better be. Because that'll be the end of it for you, too. No more dancing, no more snorts, no more anything. Ever.
Even if I don't What do you figure to do about it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Nobody knows too much about this, because there haven't been too many such cases. But for a startup, I think I'd like to tell Eve White about you.
What do you want to do that for?
You object?
Won't that worry you even more?
I thought you didn't care what happened to her.
Well, I don't really. But I mean, you know, if she worries anymore, ain't she liable to go crazy anyway?
I'm afraid that is a possibility, but that's a chance I think we're going to have to take. If we're ever going to reunite these two personalities, to put it simply, I'd say the first logical step to take in that direction would be to introduce them to each other, wouldn't you?
Introduce him? Huh? Doc, you flip me, you really do. Hey, look, I don't have to put on much. Come on, let's go on out and have a little fun, huh?
Mrs. White. Mrs. White's problem is what is called multiple personality.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, sir, I can't say as I have.
Well, what actually happens is this. At some point in the past, apparently when she was a little girl, her personality became divided into two different personalities. In effect, she's now two different women, entirely different in character. To be more specific about the girl you married, Bonnie's mother. Sweet, quiet girl you fell in love with. That's one of them. The other, that was when this other woman, the one who calls herself E. Black, was trying to get out.
Out of what?
Out of the body. Your wife's body.
Well, how do you like that?
Yeah.
But what I want you, actual mental.
It'll be all cool. She's not making cookies, she's making cake.
This place, no one has actually ever defined the personality as a psychopathological.
Yeah.
I think you better come with me.
Just don't get it. Every time I turn around, there's another hill.
Man,
When you hit the stern wheel,
You've got company this morning.
Like,
is that Zoom?
how's fun?
yeah, Zoom.
He's all right.
What?
I have to
Huh?
come in so that I can explain the situation to him. Understand.
One of my friend.
You know who he is, don't you?
Rod?
Who is he?
He's my husband, of course.
You're the mother of his child, aren't you?
Of course.
You're Mrs. White, that's your name.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, may I speak with Eve Black?
Of course.
Eve Black?
Oh, spit.
You know who this is?
I sure do.
Now, just a minute there.
Your husband?
If I have told you once, I have told you 10,000 times I ain't got no husband. And I can tell you, if I was gonna have one, wouldn't be no less about him like Ralph White there. Well, just tell him for anyway.
Bonnie isn't your child.
She's her child, and you know it.
I got a good mind to slap your face.
Well, I'd like to see you try.
You ain't fooling me, you
Now,
know.
don't get angry. Just talk to her and watch her. Don't use your temper. Use your sense about it. May I speak to Mrs. White?
You sure can, and don't ever bring me back while that pea-picker's here.
Mrs. White?
I go out again?
Just for a few minutes. Evie? Right?
I told you I wasn't going to talk to him again.
Mrs. White. After she'd been in the hospital for 2 weeks, Dr. Luther and Dr. Day were satisfied that whether she behaved as Eve White or Eve Black, she would do no harm to herself or to others. So, on the 30th of May 1952, they discharged her. During those 2 weeks, Ralph had left their daughter Bonnie with the grandparents and found for himself a better job in Jacksonville, Florida. But Mrs. White was not to go with him, for on the advice of Dr. Luther, she decided to stay in town in a furnished room for further and more regular treatment. This decision caused a separation that was to have unexpected consequences. Might as well get started, I guess.
Ralph, I'm awful sorry.
Oh, that's all right. You couldn't help it.
Waking up everything like this.
Well, it can get you well, can't it?
I hope so.
Didn't he say?
No.
Didn't he say anything?
He said he'd do the best he could. That's about the only thing he could do. Maybe.
I think he will. They don't like to promise too much, you know.
You really think so?
Oh, sure. You know how some of them are. They like to make a big thing out of it so as they'll look better when they knock it off.
Trouble, though. I'm sure I'm going to miss Bonnie.
She's okay. Your folks will take care of her all right. You don't have to worry about her.
But if I don't get well, I might never see her again.
No, it's not that way, dear. Of course you're going to see her again, because you are going to get well. I mean, you ain't really crazy, you know. He told me that himself. I mean, I asked him confidentially. He said no. He said, well, nothing in the world the matter with you except this multiplied personality. And that ain't anywhere near crazy. Now, he told me that himself. You going to stop worrying now?
I'll try.
You do that, you'll be all right. Bye. I'll send you some more money on stock.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I'm going to get a job.
Well, that'd help, but I'll still send you some money. Take care of yourself, dear.
I feel like singing.
No, what's stopping you?
All right? Hey, you know hold me?
You got it, pretty woman. Okay, fellas, hold me.
Stand back, Big Daddy.
1, 2.
Hold me.
Oh my.
Honey, won't you hold me?
I said that, I said that slit is crazy, isn't it?
That's what?
I said that slit is like really high upper lip.
Oh, the dress?
Yeah.
That's a nice dress, but oh my gosh, this is a different person. Like, this is a different person. It's not a submissive person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's so pretty and she's dancing with a hot ass guy, but fuck, man, like, this is a concern because she's married. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a good look, so.
Yeah, and it's gonna fuck. I feel like it's gonna destroy the relationship.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Hold me. Don't let me go. Take like you and you alone can do. Hold me, honey, and for me, never hold me from you.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna miss you on track.
Come on, I'll get us a bottle on the way.
On the way where? Hey, how about a snort tall, dark, and ugly?
Come on, I'll find a place.
What are you talking about? This place is fine. I like it.
Look, I gotta be back to the post by 1. Let's go.
Look, are you crazy something? I'm not going any place with you. I don't know what you're talking about. I told you.
Don't give me any of that stuff, baby. I didn't buy you all these drinks for nothing.
All right, then I'll go with you some other time, okay?
Oh, no, you won't. You're going with me now.
Oh.
You want some of this?
Stop it
How
now.
about that?
Let me go.
See what I mean?
You hurt me. I don't like to get hurt.
You know how much I shelled out on you already? $8 worth. When I spend $8 on a chick, I don't just go home with the morning paper. You understand me? So let's not have any more arguments about it. What kind of a gag is this? Maybe she's sick. Hey, look, honey,
Hmm.
we missed you, Stubby. Where were you?
We were on the bus to see Bonnie.
I bet she was glad to see you.
Well,
Hi.
why didn't you let him know?
I want to surprise you.
Miss Fox, would you excuse us, please?
Certainly, ma'am.
Sit down, won't you?
You know why I come up here? I want you to come back with me.
I can't do that, Ralph. I'm not well yet.
Who says you ain't?
Dr. Luther. I know it's true. I mean, it's even worse now.
Is he the one who told you to go out to the Big Apple every night?
Well, that's what I mean, Ralph. I didn't know about it.
Thought I wouldn't find out about it, huh?
I didn't know about it.
What do you mean you didn't know about it? You knew enough about it to go out there and get ginned up. You was well enough for that. The fellow I know saw you out there twice. Titles had taken dancing, throwing your dress up. You didn't care how far.
Ralph, now, Dr. Luther explained all that to you. He even showed you. You told me so yourself.
Now look, I don't know which one of you is fooling. You or him, but somebody is. Because you know what I've been doing? I've been asking people about it. I asked 2 doctors about it. You know what they said? They said it looked to them like somebody was kidding somebody.
Well, Ralph, it is something. Believe me, it is.
Okay, then let it be something in Jacksonville then. Now, where are your bags? Let's get out of here. If I don't check out of that Dixie Motel by 10, they'll charge me for another 6 hours.
Ralph, I won't leave here until I'm well again. Not till I have Bonnie back with me.
Okay, we'll get Bonnie. We'll go up there and get her and take her with us.
I'm not going to be alone with her. Not till I'm well.
What do you mean you're not going to be alone with her?
Well, she tried to hurt Bonnie once before. She's scared.
Cut that out. I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear any more about it. You understand?
Look, Ralph, please, won't you just talk to Dr. Luther just for a few minutes?
No, I already talked to 2 regular doctors.
Then I'm not going.
You know what you need? You need a darn good weapon. That's what you need. Knock some of that nuttiness out of you.
I'm not going, and that's all there is to it.
I suppose you'd rather stay around here and go to that Big Apple.
Not until Dr. Luther tells me I can leave.
And what if I don't want you, baby?
If I can't help it, I'm not going to leave here, not until I'm well.
You want to see Bonnie again?
One thing I can't stand is
Not until I'm well, no.
Well, I wouldn't count on it then either if I were you. You think I'm going to have people laughing at me? You got another thing coming. If you were really crazy, it'd be different. But not this multiplied thing. So you don't come with me now. That's all there is to it. You understand?
Can't help it, right?
Okay, that's where you want it.
weren't really educated about mental health like that.
Say it again.
People weren't really educated with mental health back then.
No.
Like, that was really a naive, stupid shit that he did, like, so childish,
Yeah,
For
people.
him to be saying, I was talking to regular doctors. Like, bro, go fuck yourself. There's doctors, there is psychiatrists, and those are doctors. Obviously, there is a psychiatrist specializing in mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to be saying, I spoke to a regular doctor, like, bro, you don't know if you're talking to a doctor that just fucking does basic shit. Like, don't be fucking stupid. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's got me pissed.
yeah. People still do that today.
I know, it's so fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me go fuck you. Like, let me stop the shit out of this. Dude, for you to get into your fucking head to understand that mental health exists, people suffer up here, like fucking retard. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
People say, some people say in the South, I guess, the Lord is my psychiatrist and the scriptures are my prescription.
No. Oh my gosh. I hate it when they say that. Like, I hate it when people say that because, like, they think when they have an episode, they think it's the devil. Literally. In their head, they think it's the devil, but it's not the fucking devil. It's things happening here. There's a chemical imbalance. Like, let's try to, like, get you help. But there's some people that say, no, I don't need medication. Nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna be okay. Like you said, like, I completely understand you because there was people in church back when I was young that, weren't okay.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they would do something, they would feel shitty and they feel bad. And then they're like, and then they would say that the devil would make them mad, this and that.
Oh, like,
and I'm
you mean they would say the devil made me do it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And honestly, in my head, I didn't understand it, but now that I'm older and I'm educated about mental health, I understand that they had a mental condition. Like, I know I'm understanding that people that say that have a mental condition. You may be religious. One thing is being religious, The other thing is being educated about your mental health and your mental sanity. Those are two different things. One is medication, and the other is like one is doctorates, and the other one is sociology type of stuff. Because it's religion. They're two different things. It's not one. It's completely different.
Yeah.
That's why I believe that's why God, created, MDs, for psychiatry, for help. There's a reason why psychiatrists fucking exist now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why medication exists now. Like I don't know. Like, it's just upsetting. It's something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah, but it makes me mad too. Like where some people say, I don't want people to know my business. My business is my business, or what stays in this family stays in this family, or something like that. But sometimes you need a psychiatrist or a psychologist to let one thing you've been holding on your entire life go. It could change your life.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab something downstairs, okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
You're looking fine. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I love your hair down. I'm sorry.
What?
I said your hair looks like really good down. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Don't apologize. Thank you.
Okay.
Where'd you get that dress?
You like it?
You buy that yourself?
I like skirts, see?
I never saw that dress before.
Because you've been away. Why don't you fix me one of them drinks?
You kidding?
Well, don't you want to give me one?
I never seen you take a drink before.
Well, there's a lot of things you never seen me do before. That's no sign I don't do it. Don't fix me one or not? Don't look like to me you're awful glad to see me. After coming up all this way, too. Straight.
You ain't fooling me, you know.
What you talking about?
I know what you're trying to do.
What?
You're trying to make me think you're that other one.
What other one?
You know what I mean.
You don't even know your own wife when you see?
You ain't eating.
Think not?
I never seen Evie do a thing like that in my whole life before.
You don't like it?
That ain't the question.
Man. Oh, come on. Sit down. Come on, I'm not gonna bite you. Oh, you're real cute.
What are you up to?
Well, I'm not up to a thing. I just said you're real cute. Something wrong with that?
No, but
No, I didn't used to go for you. But you must be getting cuter these days, because you sure look cute to me now.
are you really?
Really would.
I'd be doggone if I ever saw anything like this in my whole life.
You ain't mad, are you? You know what you ought to do?
Well,
I think you ought to ask me to go to Jacksonville with you.
I don't think so.
You asked her.
No, but I don't know if this is the same thing or not.
You wanted her to go with you. Oh boy, you work faster than I thought you did. Be careful, I'm gonna tell your wife on you.
What do you mean, my wife? You are my wife.
What you said a few minutes ago.
You really want to go to Jacksonville with me?
Maybe. Only not tonight, I I can't.
Why not tonight?
Doggone, we got to leave away to Jacksonville.
Stop by the place to pick up some things.
You know, tacky things. It's only really nice dress I got. It's getting kind of old. Besides, can't go to Jacksonville with just one dress, even if it was new.
I'll buy a dress for you to go to Jacksonville with.
Hey, you buy me a pretty one.
Hmm.
We go now.
Stores ain't open now.
Don't you trust me?
Sure.
What are you saying?
Okay.
What are you saying?
Here's no cash.
Sure. I just want the dress first.
Okay. Here's no cash.
That mean you gonna buy me something?
Told you I would, didn't I?
Okay. But just a little. Hey, is that what you call a little one?
Hey,
What?
come here.
I think we better get started, don't you? I'll wait for you in the car. Don't take too long, though.
Won't you even sit close to me?
You buy me something pretty. I never knew.
Wow.
I could love anybody.
What were you saying? I said, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything. You paused it, right?
Yeah, I thought you were saying something.
No, I said, this crazy bitch. That's what I said. I'm like, you crazy bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's
I know.
going deeper and deeper into that.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm loving you. I never knew I could need anybody. I feel like I'm needing you. Have to wait up on me.
Shut that door.
All I was doing was just dancing.
Come here. Come here.
You ain't mad, are you?
Um, I was saying, when you said, when she said, "Dear God," it wasn't in a Southern accent.
It wasn't?
So it, well, anyway, did you hear that?
Well, is she from the South? Is she supposed to be from the
Yeah,
South?
but if it was Eve White, she would say, "Oh dear God," but she said
Oh, a Southern accent.
she didn't. That wasn't a Southern accent. That
Yeah,
was
so it
a
was a normal.
so
Oh.
it's another personality emerging.
Mm. Wait, this one?
Yes.
So it's not even the original one. It's not the real. It's not Eve, right?
Yeah, it's someone else. Like, it's not Eve White, and it's not Eve Black, but it's someone else.
Oh my gosh. Is this an evil one or is this
Just a new one that's emerged.
okay. Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah, but yeah, she came out. But she did come out. I noticed in the bar when remember when the soldier was grabbing her arm,
Yeah.
and then she was crying, and then she forgot where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might have been her too.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Ourselves, we're losing. We're in this worse condition today than when she walked into this office 2 years ago.
The divorce, you mean?
No, it's more than that. I don't believe the divorce actually affected us seriously. Bonnie's the only thing with her not round for a marriage. And that's the discouraging part of it. The truth is, neither Eve Black nor Mrs. White is a satisfactory solution. Neither of them is really qualified to fill the role of wife, mother, or even a responsible human being. A victory for either would be disastrous. No solution whatever. And as for memories, infancy, childhood, perhaps I should say childhoods, because she says she's been coming out since she was 6. An empty, almost abnormally normal history.
Some patients are really so inconsiderate.
They are indeed. Wouldn't have heard her to have had some sort of dreadful, shocking experience when she was little, something rather nasty she saw in the attic. Yes?
Miss Black?
Miss Black?
Miss Eve Black. Tell him I'm all decked out for him.
She's all dressed up for you, very pretty, with flowers in her hair.
Miss Eve Black, in person. Want a diagnosis again? Do we keep punting and wait for a fumble? How do you do, Miss Black?
Well, both dogs. You gonna protect them against me?
The way you look this morning, I'm not so sure he'd want me to.
What's that? You look pretty sharp yourself, you know that?
She's your patient, Doctor. I'm much too old for that sort of thing.
Oh, he's pretty cute sometimes, don't you think?
He's a living doll. Will you come in?
Maybe I'd like him better than I do you.
What's the idea of all this?
I wouldn't let her come back.
Why not?
Well, something's wrong.
Think so?
Well, she tried to kill herself last night. Something's wrong somewhere.
How did you try to kill herself?
With a razor blade. She's feeling awfully low. And when I got what she had in her mind, it about scared me half to death. You know, if somebody didn't stop her, I'd be gone too, you know what I mean?
Go on.
Well, wasn't anybody else there but me.
So when you went in the bathroom and she locked the door, look,
made one slash, and then I got out and I made her drop the blade, and I got it and threw it away. It was a close call.
I think she meant it.
I know she meant it.
then me, I wouldn't have meant it. I might be trying to scare somebody or fool them or something, but I wouldn't go that far, you know what I mean?
I understand.
But she was really laughing.
She really was going to kill herself if I hadn't stopped her.
Well, you said there was something wrong somewhere. Did you mean something more than the effort to kill herself?
Sure did.
What?
Now I'm having blackout spells too.
You mean lapses of time when you don't remember what's happened?
Let me tell you, it scares me too.
May I speak to Mrs. White?
Oh,
Mrs. White? Eve Black tells me you were very low.
yes, I was.
Would you mind going under hypnosis again?
You say so.
All right, now relax. Completely. When I count to 3, you'll be in a deep, hypnotic state. You understand? All right, now. 1. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Very heavy. 2. Relaxed. 3.
Who are you?
What do you think?
I have no idea.
May I ask who you are?
I don't know that either.
Would you excuse me for a minute?
Certainly.
How's your heart? Can you take another one? You're kidding. Come on.
Because remember, I was saying that, remember in the abnormal psychology book, they said some personalities know about each other and some are hidden in the back of the mind, and sometimes they emerge when needed. This is an example of that, where some are, some personalities are known to each other, but then others are just maybe called the others, or maybe called, maybe the people in the back, or whatever they call it. But sometimes they emerge and they don't even know it. So,
That's what's happening right now.
yeah.
How do you do?
Oh, well, then you must be Dr.
Luther.
Luther. Yes, of course. I should have known.
You remember Dr. Day?
How do you do, Doctor?
How do you do?
Oh, well, then you must be Dr.
Luther.
Luther. Yes, of course. I should have known.
You mean you have heard of me?
Yes, we both eat white and eat black.
Not unfavorably, I trust.
On the contrary, they think very highly of you, both of them.
We do understand, this is a little awkward, but are we to understand that you're no longer Mrs. White,
No, I'm not.
nor eat black? Then may I ask, what is your name?
I don't know.
Well, you do know Mrs. White and Miss Black, don't you?
Well, I know them in a way. I don't think I know them very well.
But you know they're,
Yes, I understand that. It's a pretty bewildering thing, too, isn't it?
I should say you were well within your rights in so describing the situation. And may I add, it seems to grow no less so with the passage of time.
Well, I wish I understood it better.
How long, as I say, it's not easy to phrase these questions without sounding like an idiot, but how long have you, been around?
I don't know. But I don't think it could have been very long.
What do you know about Mrs. White?
Oh, what about Jane?
Jane who?
No, I mean for my name, Jane.
Oh, why, Jane?
Why not?
And so now Dr. Luther had 3 inadequate personalities to complicate and confuse his search for one stable and complete woman, all of whom continued to live, so to speak, their own separate lives. Which would it be? The rollicking and irresponsible playgirl?
Hey, you cut that out. I don't even know your first name.
Ernie?
Ernie!
The defeated wife?
Your brothers. Yes, just a minute.
No brothers. Thank you for waiting. What? Well, just keep your britches on, Sugarfoot. I'll get your party for you. Let me figure out which one did. Okay, that it? What? Well, who are you? Well, honey, you're not the right one. No, get off the line. You're not. Look, I don't care who you are. Blast off, Buster. Okay.
Or the pleasant young woman who had no memory? What, in short, had nature in the first place intended this woman to be?
Not yet, Jane.
What's the use, Earl?
You did say you loved me, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, then is it fair to say you love me, but can't marry me without telling me why not?
I just can't. I know it isn't fair. I just can't.
What is it, honey? Because I'm not going to let you get away with anything like this. This means too much to me. You've got to tell me.
Please, Earl, just don't ask me anymore, please.
Sorry, Janie, I've got to. I can't give you up without even knowing what's the matter.
What are you saying?
What's up?
What were you saying?
Oh, I'm like, he's so handsome.
Yeah, he is.
I love his haircut. Like, his hair. Well, you know how I'm having, like, a inclined hairline?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to get to that point. Now, I have an idea of how I'm going to do my hair. When it gets to this point.
Yeah, I had a friend, I guess you could say a guy friend, that he had hair exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was like the one that got away, I guess you could say. Like he invited me on a date, but I said no. And then that was it. He never tried again. I just said, you know, I could have married him and stuff like that. Can you imagine having that as a husband?
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Yeah. But here we are.
All right, then. I'll tell you. Did you read in the newspaper about a month ago about a multiple personality case? A woman that has 3 personalities?
In the Chronicle?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I read it. What about it?
I'm that woman.
You're...
That's right.
But you sound all right.
Do I?
You sound fine.
Maybe I do. But not the other 2.
Other 2?
Sure. The 2 others, and they're very different from me. And I don't even ever know when they're coming out.
Holy Moses.
So that's all there is to it.
Oh, no, it isn't. Not by a long shot. But what I mean is, that doesn't scare me. I feel just exactly the same, exactly as I felt before. I love you. Just exactly the same. Maybe even more. Whatever it is, we can handle it together.
Earl, don't you understand? It's not you marrying me. It's me marrying anybody. I'm sick. I am mentally sick, and I cannot marry anybody ever.
September the 17th, 1953, Mrs. White came to the office for her regular treatment and died there.
You want to go back?
No, but what do they mean when they said she died there?
Well, you'll see. But did you want to go back to where he kisses her neck?
No, it's fine. No, it's just it makes me sad because it sounds like these people want to have a real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. This new personality emerging. I don't know, like if she's a good person or a bad person. Like I don't know what type of personality she is, but she doesn't seem like a bad person.
Yeah. For this part, you might get your you might have to get your tissues and stuff in case you start boo-hooing.
Okay, right.
Are you Mrs. White?
I don't feel very well.
Let's go inside and talk it over, shall we? You look tired.
Yes, I'm very tired. I seem to be tired all the time now.
Well, has the lively Miss Black been keeping you out late?
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, I seem to be forgetting more than ever now.
Well, that could also be Jane, you know.
Yes, I know.
What do you think of Jane?
Well, from what you've told me, I hope she'll be the one.
I wonder what?
To live.
Is that what you think is going to happen? That two of you will eventually disappear?
Don't you?
Well, I have thoughts of a time.
Well, that's what I think. And I think it'll be Jane. At least I hope so.
Did you go up Sunday to see Bonnie?
Yes, sir.
Did you have fun with her?
I did for a while. Then I forgot for a while. Then I came back again before I left. Then, when I was saying goodbye to Bonnie, she said to me, "Don't come back that other way, Mommy. I don't like that other way."
Eat black.
I guess when I was up there last month, she must have come out. She must have been cross with Bonnie or slapped her something. But then she said, "Come back this way, Mommy, the way you are now." So I knew that it must have been Jane that came out this time when I forgot. And she was sweet to Bonnie. But then when Papa was driving me out of the yard, I got the strangest feeling that I wasn't ever going to see her again. This was the last time. I wanted to jump out of that truck and go hug her. Try to explain to her, try to tell her. But I don't know. How do you explain to a little girl? How do you make her understand that her real mommy ain't never coming back, but another woman who just looks like her?
Why do you think you'll be one of the ones to go?
Just the way I feel, I guess. I don't really mind. Not anymore. I'm not fit for her now. Not fit for anything, really. I know that. But if it's Jane, if she'll just understand how much a little girl needs love and understanding, then I won't mind dying. You know, if she'll just take good care of her for me.
May I speak to Jane now, please?
Yes, sir.
Jane?
Good morning.
Good morning.
It was me that came out on Sunday. And while I was there, a curious thing happened that I think you might be interested in.
What was that?
Well, it was this. Bonnie and her mother were out in the backyard. They were playing ball, bouncing the ball back and forth. Now you ready? All right. Here it comes. Very good.
Do it again, Mommy.
Okay, here we go. Uh-oh.
Look, it's under the house.
That's all right, honey. I get it. You wait here, darling. Mother'll get it for you.
Can you see it?
Then when I got under there, a strange thing happened. Suddenly I was littler. I was a little girl under the house. I could smell the odor of fresh earth, like a long time ago, and morning glories, though there are no morning glories growing around there now.
And you still can't remember anything at all about your childhood?
Not even of being a child.
You think Eve White might be able to remember something about it?
I have no idea.
May I speak with her, please?
Of course.
Mrs. White? Jane tells me that when she came out up there on Sunday, when you were playing catch with Bonnie, the ball rolled under the house and she went under after it. And when she got under there, she had a feeling of being very small. A child. Very curious and somehow frightening feeling, as if she'd been there before. Now this had some meaning for her. Can you remember, when you were very little, any experience like that of any kind?
No, sir.
When you think back to when you were, say, 5 or 6 or 7 years old, something like that.
No, sir, I can't remember anything like that under the house.
Perhaps under hypnosis. Would you mind?
No, sir, I don't mind.
All right, then would you close your eyes, please? Relax. 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Now, I want you to think back to when you were 5 years old. Just a little girl on the farm. Very little girl. Playing around the house in the backyard. Sometimes you play under the house, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever go under the house for a ball?
I don't remember.
Was it dark under the house?
Yes, sir, very dark.
Did it scare you?
No, sir.
All right, now you're 6. 6 years old. Still playing around the house. Backyard. You still go into the house sometime?
Yes.
Now, can you remember one particular time when something happened to you when you were under there?
One.
Did a ball go into the house?
A cup. First, give me my blue china cup. A cup. I want to. Not like all those flowers. Please, I don't want to. Oh, please, I don't want to. There's too many people. Please. Mama, don't make me. Mama, please don't make me.
Mrs. White?
What are you doing to her? Of course, what are you trying to get at?
I'll tell you what I'm trying to get at. I'm interested in something that Jane told me about being under the house. Your mother's house. Probably when you were about 6 years old. It upset Mrs. White very much. Can you remember what it was?
No, I didn't pay much attention to anything those days.
You came out then, didn't you?
Yeah. Only when I want to do something she didn't want to do. Didn't she ever tell you about all those licking she got for things she didn't do?
What are you doing out here now? I didn't call you.
Well, no. I just had to, I guess.
Do you remember anything about a blue china cup?
I don't remember anything about anything like that. I told you. How long is this going to go on?
Until we find out what's the trouble, of course.
What do you think that's going to be? What do you think that's going to be?
I have no idea.
You know what I think?
Well,
I think I'm not having much fun anymore.
you're still getting out, aren't you?
Not like I used to. Is it Jane that's doing that to me?
I don't know. What do you think?
I wish I knew more about her.
What do you want to know about her?
I don't know. It's not like like it used to be when I knew all about Eve White and she didn't know anything about me and there wasn't anybody else. That's the way I liked it. It's all changed now, hasn't it?
Now there's Jane.
Yeah. Do you like her?
Very much.
More than you do me?
No, I don't like anybody more than I do you, really.
You never would go out and have a good time with me, would you?
Psychiatrists can't go out with a patient that's against the rules.
Would you go out with me if you wasn't a doctor?
Anytime you'd let me.
She know all about what I do. She tell you?
When I ask her.
Like about that sergeant?
Yeah, she told me about that.
Hey, see, that's what I mean, having somebody around all the time telling on you.
You tell me about Mrs. White, don't you?
Yeah, but she don't do anything. Do something down.
What?
Do you remember that red dress? The low-cut one?
How could I forget it?
I want you to have it.
Low-cut dress for me.
I want you to have it if anything happens.
What do you mean if anything happens?
Something's the matter. I don't know what it is, but something's the matter. You don't think we ever gonna get well, do you?
Oh, Psych.
I don't. I think we're gonna die, all of us. You didn't think I could cry, did you?
Never had before.
You know, I remember the first time I ever saw you. You're the first one I ever said who I was. First one ever knew me. You liked that red dress, didn't you?
Very much indeed. I think it's a beautiful dress.
Well, I want you to have it. Because you're the only one that knows what it's meant to me. The only one.
I know of nothing that's going to happen to you. But I do appreciate the dress, believe me. Now may I speak to Jane? Jane?
Right, darling.
Right. Jane? What do you think she meant?
I don't know.
Have you remembered about that blue china cup or under the house? Mrs. White? Under the house!
Evie? Come on, sugar, time to get your clothes on.
I'll be there in a minute, Mama.
Come on, Evie. Now, I don't want to come in there after you. You come on this minute. You hear? You have to kiss Grandma goodbye. Then you won't miss her so much. If you kiss her goodbye, sugar pie. You know, babe.
You do like your mommy? Come on now, you give it to me. Now, baby, I know sugar. All you got to do is kiss me. Then you won't miss it so much.
Mama, I don't want to, Mama. Please, Mama. I don't want to. Please, Mama. Please. Please, I don't want to. Don't make me. Don't make me.
You mean any wrong by it? The way people thought in those days. Kiss the dead face, it was a sweet goodbye, and you wouldn't miss her so much. That's all she meant.
This would probably this movie was made in 1957, so at her childhood might have been in the 30s or 40 or 20s,
Yeah.
which they didn't even cross their minds of.
How much that was going to affect them.
Yeah, they didn't know anything about trauma or future trauma, what it would do to them.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine.
Dramatic for her, you know, for another personality to emerge.
Yeah.
You think a great deal about death now?
No. Just that life's a city full of straying streets, and death's the marketplace where each one meets. Just that. Someday it'll happen.
Who wrote that poem?
Shakespeare, wasn't it?
Where did you learn it?
In high school. Mr. Montgomery recited it to us one day.
Who was Mr. Montgomery?
English teacher.
Who was your first teacher? The very first, when you first started going to school?
I was in Fordsville. Miss Bates.
The second grade?
Miss Bates in the first grade. Miss Griffith in the second grade. Miss Stewart in the third grade. And then we moved to Richmond and we had Miss Patterson in the fourth grade.
Do you remember all of them?
May I say them?
Go on.
And in Richmond, we lived on 5th Street. 237 5th Street. Right next door to the Thompsons. Rick and Mary Lou Thompson. And Mr. Thompson worked at the railroad in the machine shop, because I remember one Sunday he took us all down to look at the machines. Rick and Mary Lou and Florence and myself. Florence is my cousin. I remember.
May I speak to Mrs. White?
Do you have to?
Mrs. White?
She's gone.
Eve?
They're gone.
Eve Black?
They're gone, I tell you, both of them. They're gone and there's nobody else here but me. I know it. I can feel
the 17th, 1955, Dr. Luther received a special delivery airmail letter from Richmond, Virginia.
Dear Dr. Luther, do you remember what today is? It's the second anniversary of that day in your office. And still no more Eve White and no more Eve Black. That's why we decided it was safe at last to have Bonnie with us. So here we all are, Colette, Earl, and Bonnie and me, going home together.
Yeah.
Wait, but who ended up staying? Because Eve White was the original one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Eve Black.
Mm-hmm. And then Jane is the one that stayed. Yeah. It's a cheer jerker, as I say.
Huh?
I said it's a cheer jerker, as I say. You know, inner peace. You know, getting your inner peace, getting rid of.
Pain.
Yeah.
That's so deep.
Yeah.
But her husband's hot. Her new husband is hot.
Yeah, I was thinking that that's the man she should have had all along. Which you probably would have tried to understand instead of saying you're faking or something like that.
Exactly. You know, if anything, he believed her in the beginning. You know, when she warned him. You know, and that's beautiful because he believed her.
Yeah.
I loved this movie.
Me too.
We should really talk about it though. Like we should talk about it in a different day. Like let's talk about the movie.
Yeah.
And review it, like how you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like giving the audience an idea of what the movie was. Not burning it out, of course, because I low-key I want other people to see it. It is a good educational movie for any type of psychology or psychiatry. I personally love it. It's better than fucking Split. Have you seen Split?
Yes. Yeah, but that was kind of weird because towards the end, the personalities were talking to themselves, and I don't think
exactly. Like Split is more. Split is too science fiction.
Yeah, but I didn't know they spoke like they were real people. He was.
Yeah.
Remember? Like, did you see that one of the parts where, at the end, the three people were having a conversation?
Yeah. It was a cool movie, but it didn't feel real like this one.
Yeah.
This, the Three Faces of Eve, you know, it's more realistic, you know, like what a person could actually go through if there's trauma, you know, if the trauma is that dramatic. Because in this case, you know, I don't know, like I loved the movie.
Yeah.
That's all.